wasn't too long ago that you finally said, you know what, I'm going to go into full-time business for myself. Talk a little bit about that process and how you just stepping out into your purpose really got you either closer to God or what it showed you about yourself and God.
So, I got to go back a little bit. When I was younger, my mother pointed me toward the medical field. You know, your parents want you to get a good job,
Yes.
you know, retire. But I've always been a creative. So I started this business in 2010, and I was still working in the OR, but I knew I would never, like, stay there.
Yeah.
But I never had the courage to walk away. So God allowed some things, some hurts, some setbacks to happen.
Wow.
I had lost a job first at Children's Hospital. And I went to school, finished my degree. Then I started working at Christ Hospital. Some things happened there.
Yep.
I lost my position there. And in April of 2017, I had something happen to me. And I felt like I was going to lose my footing. And I'm like, God, I'm tired of one person having something negative and it just disrupts my space. Because it's so funny. It seems like when you try to live for God, things happen and you like, now see, if I was in the world acting crazy, then it would make sense. But I'm like, God, I'm trying to live for you.
Come on.
And something came and just blew me off my feet. And I'm like, God, I just want to provide for my family.
Yes.
I just want to that's all I want to do. And I came against this great storm. So I went into 30 days of prayer in May. And on that first day, and a lot of times when I go into prayer or fasting, I write. Any small thing that happens each day, I write what I experienced, what happened. That first day, I'm going off, God, I am upset. I'm sick of people and my life is changing.
That's real.
I didn't deserve this. My thing is, if God knows your heart, then you don't have to be afraid you shouldn't have to filter your thoughts to God. You should be comfortable in saying, I don't feel good or I'm angry. Because he knows.
He does.
He knows. So on that first day, I wrote how angry I was. And then the 8th day, in that 30 days of prayer, God told me, he said, walk away and I'll take care of you. And I was like,
wow.
I'm like, no, I can't do that. And I argue with God. And I'm like, God, do you know how much my bills are?
Yeah.
And it was a test of my faith. Because I'm looking at him like, yeah, I know you can keep me in this area of my life and that area. But God, my bills. You know, so I started talking to God about my problems. And I went back into that prayer, you know, that 30 days. And he kept saying, walk away. And I knew that wasn't me speaking to me because I was terrified.
Yes.
And I said, well, God, if I have to walk away, can I at least put a plan together? And so after that, I heard nothing. I'm like, well, I'm going to just put a plan together. I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
So that was May. And in December, that was my last day. Now, God allowed me to put together my little man-made plan.
He'll do it.
And he allowed me to have a beautiful space, wonderful opening. And the little plan I had as far as my money and my plan, he took it. Boom. When I was out the door. And then once he took my plan away from me, I really seen my business grew. And I saw that it wasn't my doing, it wasn't my plan. But when you are functioning in what God has for you, then he'll make the provisions, he'll open the doors, he'll cause people's eyes to see you, recognize you. It's his job.
Yes.
It's his job to do the covering, and it's our job to trust him.
Amen. Well, shoot, I feel like we can end it right there. I hope you guys got something out of that. Last but not least, Saadia, how can people get in contact with you if they want to render your services or anything else you want to say to people out there just in general from what you've learned in your experience?
So, if you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me at www.saadiathemua.com. And on Facebook, I'm Saadia the Makeup Artist. And on Instagram and Twitter, I'm at Saadia the MUA. And if I could say anything to anybody, it will be, trust God. God will, some of the things that I've done, I do them afraid. Some people, my sister, she tell me, you're so courageous, you're so fearless. And I'm like, I'm not fearless.
Yeah.
I do things afraid, but trust God in the process. And one of the things I hear a lot of entrepreneurs or people wanting to experience entrepreneurship, they express that they're afraid to fail. And I was listening to Les Brown, and he was saying that he imagined himself at the end of his life, and all his dreams, potentials, and all the things he should have done, they were staring him in the face saying, "You let me die." And that sent even chills to me now.
Right.
Be afraid to live with regret. Don't be afraid of no. Be afraid to die with regret. So live life. You are destined to do something great. You are put on this earth to do more than just work and pay bills. And that's mine.
Yes. Thank you so much, Saadia. Thank you for being here with me today. And guys, thank you for joining me for another month of Ministry Moments. I hope you were inspired today. And don't forget to check back next month. See ya. Yeah, girl, you better